The presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been rightly described as incompetent, trial by error. At least the last one, trial by error, was used by the spokesperson for the African Democratic Congress, the coalition political party of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Bolaji Abdullahi. He said this government is a government of trial by error, trial and error. When it said it closed, it ordered the closure of some of its schools because of insecurities in some states. But the government turned around and denied the report, a widely publicized report said to emanate from the Ministry of Education. And now, on Tuesday this week, the Minister for Livestock and Development, Alhaji Mukhtar Mahia, was quoted as saying that government has outlawed grazing of cattle, or open grazing of cattle, and that it carries death penalty for anybody doing open grazing of cattle, and that cattle rearing should be done in ranches and not ambulant grazing of cattle, saying that it will neutralize conflicts between herdsmen and farmers, and stop the killings of innocent farmers and innocent herdsmen. That was Tuesday. That was on Tuesday this week. Okay, that we should say yesterday, because today is just Wednesday, November 26, 2027. Yesterday, 25, 2027. 2025. Yes, November 25, 2025 was yesterday, Tuesday, when the minister was quoted as saying that, and saying everything as it is, that it will stop killings of innocent farmers and herdsmen, and that the cattle will be healthier, weightier, and more profitable. So everything reasonable and normal. I was even asking in the video that I made to that effect, what was Tinubu waiting for until now? And I concluded that, well, it is better late than never. But now, government has turned around to say, no, we didn't outlaw open grazing of cattle. It is a gradual process. Gradual process, 2015 to 2023. Gradual process, 2023 to 2025 ending. Oh my God. So, that is the fact of the case. Nigeria's rulers, from Umaru Musa Yar'Adua through Goodluck Ebele Asikwe, Jonathan, Muhammadu Buhari, and now Bola Ahmed, they don't really want the peace of Nigeria. You know, I call them sadists. People take joy in misery, in human misery, in human misfortune. They are sadists. They don't want peace. Look at it. You are accusing Boko Haram of terrorism, but you impose terrorism on it. And when Boko Haram was ready for peace, our Nigeria's religious political imperialists were not ready. Whether under Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan, a Christian, and or under Muhammadu Buhari, a Muslim, and now another Muslim, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are sadists. That's the unfortunate thing. So it's not about asking America to come and redeem Nigeria, or asking technological approach or local hunters approach or whatnot, or state police approach. No, it is the determination of Nigeria's rulers to impose hardship on Nigeria. Imposed a jihadist war on a peaceful Muslim community, and now declaration of no more subsidy. So, these are anti-people policies that will never lead to peace. Even if you bring the whole of America to come and fight terrorists in Nigeria, those who are fueling it are the rulers of the land. That's the unfortunate thing. So those of you who are justifying the war against the Boko Haram Muslim community, stand up and justify grazing of cattle in agrarian fields. Stand up, and of course some people have also been justifying removal of fuel subsidy in an oil exporting country. Those of you knowledgeable people, or people expected to be knowledgeable, justifying removal of fuel subsidy. Which fuel subsidy? So Tinubu has reversed, developed cold feet. You know that Umaru Musa Yar'Adua set up the Electoral Reform Committee headed by the late Justice Mohammed Uwais. And after the committee finished its work, got its pay, and submitted its recommendations to the government of Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, it developed cold feet in 2009 and did not implement the recommendations until he died in 2010. And his successor, Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan, also refused to implement the recommendations of the committee set up by the government. But of course, the Sheikh Lemu committee was set up to provide solution to the crisis that ensued after the declaration of Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan as the elected president in 2011. The Sheikh Lemu's committee finished its work, made recommendation towards peace of Nigeria, submitted it to Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan. He didn't implement it. You see it? And squandered his entire 4 years brutally fighting the Boko Haram Muslim community. The community promised to eradicate in 6 months. He could not eradicate in 4 years. Muhammadu Buhari came, promised to eradicate the Boko Haram Muslim community in 6 weeks. He could not do in 6 weeks. He could not do it in 8 years. And now President Bola Ahmed is continuing. So more than 10 years under the so-called All Progressives Congress that added herdsmen terrorism on coming to power in 2015, and Nigeria has been battling with it since 2015 till date. So those of you in the southwest, rather than telling the truth to authority to do justice, you are mapping out ways of subduing insecurities with your Amotekun security outfit. How far? Because if you talk of state police or using a traditional approach, they are all embodied in the Amotekun security outfit. So if Amotekun cannot do it, what other means are you going to, particularly since the ruler, since the president like Muhammadu Buhari, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, and Goodluck is not ready for Nigeria's peace? Where will you get it? So it's better you tell this man to resign. Or provide security for Nigerians. They are not ready to dialogue for Nigeria's peace because they don't want it. They are sadists, unfortunately. Outlawing grazing of cattle in agrarian fields is a gradual process since 2015 to 2025. A period of more than 12 years. A period of more than 10 years, 8 years under Muhammadu Buhari, more than 2 years under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Insecurities, mushrooming and bandits. More terrorist organization coming under the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the most brutal. No more fuel subsidy, no more subsidy for anything. So don't talk about America selling us weapons or coming to bomb terrorists. It should bomb Nigeria's rulers because they are the creators of terrorism and banditry. That's the truth of the matter. With their policies and actions, policy of politicizing Islam, leading to imposition of a jihadist war on the nation, policy of empowering herdsmen terrorists and supporting herdsmen terrorism, policy of claiming fuel subsidy to loot Nigeria's oil wealth. That is what is plaguing. These are what are plaguing Nigeria. Not that Nigeria is a nation of terrorists. No, so everything around Islam, the war against Boko Haram Muslim community, has Fulani herdsmen terrorists, and now Muslim presidency of Nigeria. The president a Muslim, his vice president a Muslim, and so removing subsidies from basic necessities of life to be subsidizing art to the tune of more than 90 billion. And the National Assembly's well-fed people, well remunerated beyond conscience for Nigeria's peace, to check the excesses of the executive. No. The National Assemblies are in the pocket of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, unfortunately, as in the pocket of Muhammadu Buhari, as in the pocket of Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan and Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. That is the unfortunate thing. So Nigerians, you must rise up for massive protests, like in Kenya or even France, the revolution. I don't know, because how can Nigeria continue under these sadists? Sadists like Vladimir Putin of Russia. That's what is happening. Sadists like Hamas, comfortable with massive destruction of Gaza, insisting on being the rulers. Not even to withdraw to say, okay, for the salvation of Gaza, we withdraw. No. Come and see how Gaza is reduced to more than 60% rubble. And Hamas is still asserting its power. Most of its leaders already killed by Israeli defense forces, saying we cannot allow terrorism in our backyard.